All right. So I think we have to start this episode off with a celebratory Kylie graduating from nursing school clap.
Good job, Kylie.
Fuck you.
Hi, everyone.
Congrats to Kylie, who worked her ass off to get to the end of nursing school for what? What was it, 9 months?
10.
10? Yeah. So you had a nursing baby. Yeah.
I did have a nursing baby.
Yeah. All right. So I went online and I found these questions, and it says to ask these questions to your group of friends. And I figured you guys are as close as I can get to a group of friends to ask these questions to. What's the weirdest item you keep next to your bed? Angel.
I have a giant panda next to my bed.
A giant panda, okay.
That's not what I thought you were gonna.
All right, next question. What's your go-to guilty pleasure song?
My go-to guilty pleasure is Fergalicious.
That's not that embarrassing. I mean, it's a little old, but
Is it embarrassing that I know every single word and I can rap all of the rap parts?
No.
Without even skipping a beat.
So mine would probably be "What Makes You Beautiful" by One Direction.
That's what makes you beautiful.
okay. Another really good guilty pleasure song, "Escape" by Rupert Holmes. If you like pina coladas.
I did not know that's what it was called.
In the Rain.
Yeah.
Africa by Toto.
God bless the rains down in Africa.
I quite enjoy, now hear me out, okay? I quite enjoy listening to Baby by Justin Bieber. Specifically because there was one time, probably like 10 years ago, when Rachel told me that it sounded like a whale being slapped.
Oh my god, I do remember having that conversation. But that wasn't not that song, not that song.
Yes, it was.
Mm-mm. It's Boyfriend.
Like
That's called Boyfriend.
That's what I want. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one.
I'd like to be.
It's my guilty pleasure because
everything
every
you
time I hear that
want.
song, that's all I think of.
Hey girl, let me talk to you. I literally know like the rap. If I was your boyfriend, I'd never let you go.
I'll never let you go. Take you places you ain't never been before.
Oh,
Baby,
Lord.
take a chance and I know
Never. I never. Oh no, I got money in my something
my
swag
Stacks that I really like to blow. Swag,
Yeah.
swag
on you. Chilling by the fire while we eating fondue. I don't know
I
about
don't know
me,
about
but I know
but I
about
know
you.
about you. So
Sing
say hello to my
falsetto
cello
and
and
three,
three, two,
Yeah.
What food would represent us? What do you think would represent you?
I don't know. You guys go. You go first. It's your idea.
I'm spaghetti.
You're spaghetti. Why?
Because I'm complicated as shit and I'm all twisty and turny, but I'm delicious.
How is spaghetti complicated? That's like the easiest thing to make.
No, not making wise, but just like it's got so many twists and like noodles and wrappies and stuff because it looks complicated, but it's really not.
Okay. I am an onion.
Onions have layers.
Because I'm an ogre. You know what Brittany Broski said the other day? Hold on. She said, you know how to separate millennials from Gen Z on the internet?
Yeah.
And she said, because people that still laugh at Shrek jokes are millennials, and anybody that doesn't, I didn't see. Insert that TikTok here.
You want to know the number one way to spot a millennial in the wild, or to spot a millennial sense of humor, is what I like to call the Shrek division line. Are you cackling shit in your pants at Shrek memes? Or have you moved on? Right? That's the division line.
I don't know. A cheesecake?
A cheesecake?
Cheesecake.
Why? I don't like cheesecake.
I love
thick and
cheesecake.
sweet.
You're thick and sweet.
Thick with two C's.
Alright, video ends here. Shoo up, doody up, up, ooh up. Shoo-be-doo-doo-doo. If you were arrested, what would you be arrested for?
Most likely to be locked up for assault, for sure.
Okay, next question. If you could do any track and field event, what would it be?
I wouldn't.
Which one?
I would do like the pass thingy with the little
The baton
wonton.
races. Wonton.
Wonton. A baton. Very close.
Yeah, thank you.
Vaulting.
Vaulting, yeah.
Pool vaulting.
Yeah, pole vaulting.
I don't know why I couldn't think of that.
Honestly, that is probably the one I would choose. Too. That sounds fun.
I'd be
I'm-
too scared.
But you know what?
too
Fucking
short to
freaks
do
me
any
out.
of
What
these.
if you like jump over it and you like impale yourself?
No,
I've
no.
always
I
been-
literally think about that
Or-
every single time I see that event happening.
What if
I
you
do
jump
too.
up and then you just go straight back down and land on your head?
What if it
You're
goes in
stupid.
your booty hole?
What's your biggest dating app disaster?
I don't know. I only had dating apps for maybe a week, and then I deleted them, and I met my husband. So
Oh, must be
That's-
nice. That sounds great that you didn't have to experience the world that is Tinder for longer than a week. The worst one was my fault. Worst dating experience ever was my fault. I've had a lot of bad dating experiences, but this one specifically from the app. I'm on this date with this dude and we're going to a movie. Right? The movie doesn't start for a minute. The movie theater's in the mall, so we go walk around the mall. And we're just walking around. We go in to check the sports store because I was looking at an Eagles jersey. And then on a date, mind you. And then we're talking. We're in this store. And one of my really good friends, Bosch, walks up to and I'm like, oh, hi, Bosch. We start talking about something random. And I was like, oh, and I can't remember the dude's name for the life of me now. But I'm like, oh, this is my friend Bosch. And Bosch is like, hey, what's up? He's super awkward. And then I'm like, and this is Kyle. And the dude's like, Chris. And shakes Bosch's hand. And I've been on a date with this dude for like an hour.
You know the filters where it like makes your teeth look big? Makes my teeth look real fucking big.
moment in time for like a year or so that I wanted to become a stripper.
Yes.
As money.
Oh, you can't hear it. I can't go
No,
loud
can't hear. I don't know why.
because I'm a silent swallower.
But like I need to know it so that way I know why I'm not going in the ocean.
Ho!
Yeah.
All together.
There was more revelations in the second one, which is the Fantastic Beasts and the Crime of Grindelwald. There's more revelations in that one personally, but they're all good. So
Wait. Are people using that as an insult now? You got a big ass
What's it?
neck.
what's it?
In this bitch yet?
Yeah.
But I have not like literally physically shed a tear in a hot minute. Like I get real sad, but for some reason I cannot cry lately.
Well, I cried twice yesterday. I was watching Inside Out yesterday with Hayden. And
That's right.
I didn't cry at the movie. I cried to
cried at
Hayden's
Hayden?
reaction to the movie.
Oh.
So when, like, first it was the Bing Bong part where he gets left and he's like, "Go save Riley! Woohoo!" And
Yeah.
all that, and then Bing Bong disappears, and she just went, "He's gone." And then I was like, "Yeah, baby, he's gone." And then she just started bawling and tucked her head into my leg and just started crying. And I just started crying because it's a sad part in the movie, and my kid's bawling over it. So yeah, that was hard. There's a lot of Pixar films that make me bawl my eyes out.
Honestly, the Pixar films make me cry way more than any Disney movie ever has.
I cried at
What's-
a lot of movies.
What's your Pixar movie that you cry the hardest at, Angel?
Probably Up.
was
I
gonna
cry
say, same
like a
fucking thing.
motherfucker Up.
I only really cry at that movie when they can't have a baby, and then that's when my waterworks start,
Yeah.
and then like they're like so excited about being parents, and they really want to try to be parents, and you can see it in the animation and the fucking everything, and then the music slows down, and the fucking mood of the images gets a little bluer and darker, and then they show it. It's just like, that's so hard. And then they never get to go. Then they're like, oh, you can't have babies. And then they're like, okay, instead of having babies, we'll go on adventures.
Yeah.
And so they're happy again. And then they never get to, because something happens. Something keeps happening. And then she fucking dies.
Yeah.
All right, we really relived that. That's cool.
Sorry. Sorry.
We really relived that.
Coco cried.
Yeah.
The very end, when he starts singing to his grandma to get her remember.
Yeah, that's when I started crying too.
Oh, God.
I did cry to that one for sure.
Every time that scene comes up, I know it's coming. I know exactly what's gonna happen. But as soon as he starts singing and his little voice cracks,
Oh, see, it's the crack of a crying voice. Oh my God, it just sends me over the edge.
I'm not gonna answer that because I don't want to admit it.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
No. What's your cringiest drunken moment? And I probably won't be answering this unless your guesses are worse than mine. Your cringiest drunken moment.
Okay, well, I was dating this guy named Justin, and he had like blonde Justin Bieber hair, and he was like a skater punk kid.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like super duper obsessed with this kid. And there was this one night where he decided to go to a party, and I got really upset about it. And so I got drunk and went over to the party and begged him to come outside. He came outside, he told me what an idiot I was. And he went back inside, and I just sat there and cried.
Just Yikes. Womp womp.
Bad. Really bad, dude.
So I was in the kitchen, sitting on the counter, and I like jumped off of the counter and was like stumbling and did not catch my footing to the point where I started stumbling into the little hallway and then just fell back down these wooden stairs. And it was like a whole steep ass thing of stairs. And I was like tumbling, and I smashed into the wall that was at the end of the hallway there. And I just kind of looked around, and everyone's looking at me. I just popped back up because I didn't want anybody to know that I was pretty sure I had a fucking concussion. But I just popped back up and was like, woo! And everyone was just looking at me like, this drunk bitch. And you could look up the stairs, and there was like 5 heads in the doorway just like, did she just fucking do that?
Went to Pride. I was like, yeah, I want to party. I'll go. And Pride was fucking fun. The gays know how to party. Okay?
Yeah.
So we're at Pride in San Antonio, and there's just like a whole festival. Go to this bar. They're doing $5 Jello shots. Doing all kinds of shit. I got a screwdriver. I ordered a screwdriver, and it was only like $3. Like,
damn.
So I was drinking.
Yeah.
But I also had a broken thumb and ankle at the time. So I didn't realize that I'd taken my medicine, my painkillers.
Like,
So I was like 3 drinks in, and I was gone. Just fucking gone within the first hour at Pride. It was fucking daylight when I blacked out, and it was well into the night when I came to. And when I came to, the whole parade's going past. I'm hugging on to a man, like holding him for support. And I remember I was like, who the fuck am I holding on to? And then I look up, and I see that it's Brandon. He's one of my friends. I was like, oh fuck, thank God. And then I tucked back into him. So turns out the whole time I was just fucking being crazy. We were like dancing in a club, and I was being matchmaker, a fucking annoying matchmaker. I'd be like dancing with a guy, and there'd be like a girl in front of me, and then I would move out of the way and push them together and like giggle and run away. I was doing shit like that. And then I also randomly picked up a smoking habit. So anytime I saw somebody getting a cigarette, I'd be like,
I'll be honest, I do that.
I bum one off you, and like I took one from some dude's mouth, smoked it, and then put it back in his mouth. So I was blacked out for a solid like 5 hours, wandering the streets of San Antonio.
That sounds like a ball.
This
God.
sounds so fun. I have an honest question, okay?
Oh God, Angel,
Alrighty.
honesty is not the best policy.
Did y'all ever read the Fablehaven books?
Nope.
That was real fast.
Oh, okay.
Have I read a book?
Anyways.
No.
Next question.
Do I know how to read? No. Do you have
times.
any public transportation horror stories? Have you ever
Never
used?
used it.
Must be fucking nice.
I actually have never had to use any sort of like Lyft or.
I've been in an
taxi cab or
Uber
anything like that.
once. I was in an Uber once and I was blacked out the entire time.
I'd cause some
have not.
problems in some Ubers. Definitely the craziest thing that happened to me, the funniest thing on one of the buses in Vegas. I had to ride the bus from our apartment all the way down to the Strip. And it's like 45-minute bus ride down and 45-minute one back after I just worked an 8-hour shift. And it usually got off at like midnight. Okay? So I was on there with some weird fucking people sometimes. One time I had a Dr. Pepper after my shift and I put it next to me and I fell asleep. And I woke up right before my stop and my Dr. Pepper was gone. I looked behind me and the homeless guy was drinking it. What's the funniest joke you know?
My life.
Shit.
I was just gonna give you like a knock-knock joke or something.
What is the difference between an enzyme and a hormone?
I have heard this.
I don't know.
You can't
'Cause you
hear
can't
an
hear
enzyme.
a horror. You can't hear a.
3 guys walk into a bar. Ouch.
How do you guys feel about 9/11 jokes?